All right. Drew, aka Catching Rockets here. Um, I get a lot of questions about uh, volume profile, how to trade it, et cetera, et cetera. And I feel like I keep answering the same question in text. I don't mind answering questions. I don't want that to sound wrong, but I figure it's probably easier for people to see visually and also hear audibly versus me trying to type out a big old paragraph explaining things. So I wanted to do a really quick video, just basically that I can refer people to, like, you know, this is what you should study. Um, these are different ways that you can apply it, what indicators to use, and so on and so forth. Just give basically a quick overview of volume profile only. So we'll hop into it here. So with that said, volume profile, and there will be links in the description for every book that I show here. There's also going to be links popping up in the top right corner of this video if you click on the little eye with the circle around it. Um, this book here, Volume Profile, um, very cheap, um, worth every single penny. And I will say I'm not a big reader. I really don't like reading, but I force myself to read a lot of trading books. Um, this book I read in one day, where that's very rare for me to be able to read the whole book in one day. So if you're like me and you're not big into reading, this is a pretty easy one to get through. Um, the next book, basically, so this is Trader Dale. This is another book by Trader Dale called Order Flow Trading Setups. This is a good book here. You don't need this one per se, but definitely worth reading. You can get away with reading just volume profile alone. This book here, Complete Guide to Volume Price Analysis by Anna Cooling, highly recommended book. If you're only going to read two books, I would recommend Volume Profile by Trader Dale and A Complete Guide to Volume Price Analysis by Anna Cooling. You want to be able to understand volume in relation to what the market's doing to help you find entries and exits when you're, taking trades. And volume profile and volume goes hand in hand. Well, volume goes hand in hand with trading. The two of them together are pretty deadly combination. This here is a new book by Trader Dale. I actually have not read this one yet. I do have the physical copy sitting right here on my desk. Like, I will be reading this today, actually. So I don't know whether I recommend it or not, but based on Trader Dale's other two books, this is going to be a great book, I'm sure. So I'm looking forward to reading this today. So, quick overview of volume profile. Let's remove drawings. Basically, the volume profile today is going to be dynamic, so these lines will be moving. So I wouldn't want to plot these, during market hours. But when the market's closed, you're going to want to mark your POCs and VPOCs. I'm not going to cover the difference right now, but I have other videos. If you go to my what's it called? My playlist, I have um, videos specifically on the what's it called? Gosh, I can't think. I have videos specifically on POCs and virgin POCs and all of that and what the difference is. Again, this is more of just to show people how to use and where to use. So for this specific indicator here that I'm using, if you click on indicators and search SVP, it will come up session volume profile. This is a key thing. We're not using the HD version. We're using the session volume profile. With the session volume profile, you want to be on 30 minutes to plot your POCs and virgin POCs. And what I like to do is I will date them and label them so I know exactly what it is when I'm trading. You generally want to plot your previous day value area high, value area low. Kind of anal with this stuff, sorry. And I label these as well. So this is just to give you an idea. And if you've been paying attention to the videos that I have on my YouTube, like with Shorty, or if you read Trader Dale's book, you'll know if you open, and today we opened up here above the previous day's value area high, and you cross back into it. This is a very bearish signal where you want to take puts. If you open below the previous day's value area low and cross back above it, that's going to be very bullish. So just some things to look at. So this is basically, in a nutshell, how to use SVP. For settings, you want to make sure you turn your value area volume to 68% and your row size to 100. I turn on value area high, value area low, POC. That's pretty much it for the settings. So this is one of the key things with volume profile. You're going to have to pay for at least the pro version of TradingView to get access to this indicator. If you read Trader Dale's books, he sells the indicators for NinjaTrader, but that's going to be way more costly than going through TradingView. And TradingView is a great platform with a lot of other, great features. So this is specifically how I use, or how I set up my volume profile when I'm getting ready to trade. Normally we're looking at the previous day when the market's closed, and this is what I'll kind of have on my chart based on my volume profile. You can also chart like other days value area highs and lows. Important to find your P-shape and B-shape volume profiles. Again, I'm not going to go into this too in depth. I have videos on this on my playlist. But you want to look for like high volume nodes on P-shapes. So like if we highlight this, or also highlight here. These are all our high volume nodes on the volume profile on this P shape. I'm not sure if we have bounces on any of those, but normally this would be a good place to look for a bounce. I guess here's the one. This is another P-shaped volume profile. This is our high volume node, and this is where you would look, expect to see a bounce. This is exactly what happened today. You would also want to grab this high volume node up here. Anyway, again, I'm not going to get into this too much. Just trying to show some examples. I actually want to take all of these off of my chart now. So again, this is going to be um, SVP under indicators. Another great one is right here, fixed range volume profile. You can also find it here under fixed range volume profile. If you hit the star, it'll pop up in this menu bar up here. There's a lot of ways to use fixed range volume profile. Generally, we will do, well, let me turn off the SV. So you grab the current low to the current high, and these higher volume nodes will show you where where buyers are stepping in, and no surprise that we're bouncing right today. So on this run up, like we will basically do um, basically chart the run up value area high. I'm not going to label everything because I don't want to take up too much time. Chart the run up value area low, and also chart the run up POC. And you can grab those high volume nodes as well if you like to put rectangles on your charts. So again, this will show us where buyers are stepping in from low to high. If we chart with the fixed range volume profile, the current high to low, I'm sure most people already know where this is going, but this will tell us where sellers are stepping in. So no surprise. And I was talking about this yesterday in various discords, like this area here. Was a big area, actually a little bit higher. It's good enough. I was saying like 4140 to 4150 is a big area where we're going to see probably a rejection. A lot of sellers step in. We have this big volume node here. You can turn off candlesticks and make this a little bit easier to see. Anyway, we have this big volume node here on the the selling side of our fixed range volume profile. So there's that. Fixed range volume profile is extremely useful. And then this one here, I actually just learned from Shorty, which I thought was really cool. I've never done this before, but he was just demonstrating, prior to this dump here, but that we've been, consolidating for a good bit here, basically right about there, yeah. So you can grab your fixed range volume profile from the high to the low of this. And this gives us a D-shaped volume profile. Again, I'm not going to get into this too much, but basically the way that you trade D-shaped volume profiles is anything over 50%, which is going to be like our POC. You're going to take calls. Anything under 50%, you're going to be taking puts. Or the inverse is, at the highs, you'll take puts, and at the lows, you'll grab calls. And so, Shorty was saying off of this POC here on this consolidation area, pretty easy to take entries, calls above, shorts below, calls above. And most recently, he was saying to take puts here down, and we had a pretty nice dump all the way down. So again, fixed range volume profile is invaluable. There's no set time frame to use it on, but use it on your high to low, or sorry, low to high, on run ups to see where buyers are, and use it on highs to lows to see where sellers are. Um, Other than those two, the only other volume profile that I use is PVP, periodic volume profile. Actually, sorry, before I get into this, um, fixed range volume profile, the settings are going to be pretty much the same as the SVP. So you can search for FRVP to find the fixed range volume profile if you want, or it's here on the menu bar there. Row size 100, value area 68%. So then the other one that we use, like I was saying, is PVP, periodic volume profile. If you add this to your charts, I think I have it twice now. With this one, you can choose the period of time, day, week, month, bar. We mostly use this for weekly and monthly. Same settings, value area 68, row size 100. And, it's a good idea to have your monthly value area high, monthly value area low, and your monthly POC. And if you look at the monthly POC, like it just lines right up with this dump area um, that we see here. And like this might look like it's based off of, it is a huge dump based off of CPI, but we would have dumped from here anyway, most likely, without the news. It just wouldn't have been such a drastic dump. It would have been over more days. But so those are going to be the three main, or those are the three volume profiles that I look at. The SVP, which is for the daily, which you look at on the 30-minute time frame. Your fixed range volume profiles from highs to lows or lows to highs. Or you can also do consolidation areas to find that 50%. And then the periodic volume profile to look at weekly and monthly. And you want to, chart all of these lines and label what they are so that you know when you're actually trading, the next day without having to look back and see what you're looking at, so on and so forth. Anyway, try to keep this video short. Hopefully this is helpful, for people that I can just refer them to this video and they can grab the books and read. Anyway, that's going to do it. Much love, everybody. Hope this is helpful to some people. Take care. Good luck with your trading. And I'm out. Bye.